Did you know that about 60% of your body is made up of water? That's right. 2/3 of you is nothing but H2O. And although we tend to think of ourselves as being pretty complex, a lot of what goes on inside our bodies when we chug a glass of water is pretty simple. It's not exactly rocket science. We drink water, and then some of it comes out as pee. But there's a lot more to this process than meets the eye. In today's episode, we are diving deep into the science of hydration to learn what actually happens to the water you drink once it enters your body. Now, let's get started. As anyone who has ever been on a long road trip with a toddler could tell you, sometimes getting something into your body is exactly the same thing as having it absorbed and utilized by your body. Sure, if you force that little baby to chug down a full glass of water, some of it might go down. But odds are, a lot of it will end up back on the dashboard. In fact, adults do want to have much better luck with certain substances entering their bodies only to immediately exit via the same route they came in through. The most notable example of this is probably alcohol, and a lot of us have likely spent way too much time thinking about how to make sure a drink goes down before heading into an important meeting so that we can keep our blood alcohol levels below the legal limit. But no matter your substance of choice, forcing stuff down your throat and hoping it gets absorbed effectively is generally a bad idea. So maybe it shouldn't be all that surprising that this is also true of water. True, we all need to drink a certain amount of water every day to survive. And if you aren't getting enough, you may notice symptoms like fatigue, dizziness, and dark yellow urine. But drinking more than your body needs is a bad idea. In fact, studies have found that drinking more than 3 liters of water per day can lead to negative consequences. So in order to stay healthy, it's important to drink just the right amount of water. And figuring out exactly how much water your body needs in order to function at its best can be kind of complicated because everybody is different. What's more, the answer depends on a whole host of factors, from how active you are, to what your diet consists of, to how hot the weather is where you live. For instance, during hot summer days, people lose more water through sweating and therefore need to drink more to compensate. So there is no one-size-fits-all solution to this problem. Instead, you should check in with your own body to see how much water you personally need to stay hydrated. You can do this by checking your urine. If it's clear or very pale, you're probably drinking enough. If it's cloudy or straw-colored, you probably need a few more glasses. But once you've figured out how much water you need to drink every day, what actually happens to that water once you swallow it? To find out, we went to the experts. Several medical professionals who helped us break down exactly what happens to water as it makes its way through your body. As soon as you swallow a glass of water, it starts its journey through your digestive system, which is responsible for breaking down food and liquid and absorbing nutrients. At this point, the water you've drunk has yet to be digested, so it doesn't undergo any real chemical changes. Instead, it moves directly from your esophagus to your stomach, where it's churned around for a bit before moving into your small intestine. This is where most of the action happens. Here, the water you drank is absorbed across the intestinal wall and into your bloodstream. Then it's carried away by the circulatory system to be delivered to the rest of your body. But not all water is created equal. Drinking plain water is great, but water that has been infused with electrolytes like potassium and magnesium is even better, because these minerals help your body absorb the water more efficiently. Meanwhile, other drinks like milk, coffee, and juice contain molecules that slow down the rate at which water is absorbed, meaning that your body will be less hydrated from drinking them than from chugging a glass of plain water. That's why it's so important to drink the right things. Think about it. If you have a hot chocolate on a cold winter's day, you will end up better hydrated from drinking that cocoa than from drinking the same volume of plain water. Even though the hot cocoa contains a lot more sugar, that doesn't matter because your body still absorbs the water from the liquid itself. Similarly, drinking water with your meals can help your body digest those foods more quickly. In general, the key is to pair your water intake with electrolytes and foods that aid digestion. That way you can ensure that your body absorbs the maximum amount of water possible. Once the water is absorbed into your bloodstream, it can travel anywhere in your body. For example, it's delivered to your brain where it helps your neurons communicate with each other. Water is also sent to your muscles where it helps maintain their mass and strength. And thanks to a process called osmosis, it can actually push waste out of your muscle cells and into your bloodstream. There it's picked up by your kidneys, tiny organs about the size of a cell phone that play a crucial role in filtering your blood and removing waste. Once your kidneys have removed the waste, the now purified water is circulated throughout your body. Again, and that's what ends up coming out of your pores in the form of sweat. So you can think of your skin as yet another way your body eliminates waste. And just like drinking lots of water flushes waste out of your body, not drinking enough means that your body will retain more toxins and waste. But it's not just your kidneys that benefit from a good drink. Your entire body does. When you're dehydrated, your organs start shutting down one by one. First, your skin takes on a dry, flaky appearance. Then your eyes sink into their sockets and your gums recede from your teeth. Next, your mouth dries out, making it difficult to swallow. Soon, your heartbeat slows and your blood pressure drops. And if you don't get fluids and electrolytes soon, your extremities begin to waste away. Eventually, if you don't drink any water at all, your heart stops beating and you die. Of course, death is a dramatic outcome that occurs over the course of several days. But even mild dehydration can affect your life in ways you wouldn't expect. Surprisingly, just 2% dehydration can impair your physical performance. In fact, research shows that even mild dehydration causes significant decreases in endurance, capacity, and resistance to fatigue. What's more, studies have shown that dehydration can cause mood disorders, attention deficits, and memory loss. So staying hydrated can actually help improve your cognitive function as well as your physical abilities. Now that you know what happens to your body when you drink water, you might be wondering how you can put this knowledge to work for you. Some people try to use this to their advantage by forcing themselves to drink lots of water before a big event, hoping it'll help them perform better. But unfortunately, this doesn't work because you need to start drinking water long before you want the benefits to take effect. According to the experts we spoke with, the key to using the power of hydration to improve your life is to start drinking the right amount of water first thing in the morning. That way, you give your body plenty of time to absorb all that water and utilize it. There's also growing evidence that suggests a link between dehydration and chronic diseases like diabetes, obesity, and cardiovascular disease. This means that in addition to providing immediate benefits like increased energy and cognitive function, staying hydrated may also pay off in the long term. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd love to hear what you thought in the comments below. Tell us about your relationship with water. What do you drink in a typical day? And what are some challenges you face when it comes to staying hydrated? And if you want to learn more about the benefits of hydration, check out this video on how water affects your body. Thanks for watching.